In today's video, we're talking about Spanish verb tenses and how to conjugate them easily, where do we even start, and all of the shenanigans that goes along with it. Hola a todos, ¿qué tal? Bienvenidos a un día más a mi canal. Me llamo Spencer y en el video de hoy os voy a enseñar, vamos a aprender sobre las diferencias entre los verbos regulares y los verbos irregulares. Así que lo veis hasta el final y suscríbete y ¿estáis listos? Pues venga, ¡vámonos! So guys, regular verbs are quite easier to understand than irregular verbs. Let us put this way. Vamos a empezar con los verbos regulares, ¿vale? Regular verbs almost always follow the same rules. On the other hand, irregular verbs are any verbs that do not use the standard verb or the standard regular verb conjugations. What makes irregular verbs difficult is that by definition, they do not have a regular set of rules, for example. So, let's conjugate some verbs. Are you ready? ¿Estáis preparados? ¿Estáis listos? ¡Empezamos! So guys, let's start with the personal pronouns. Here are the personal pronouns, which is you, tú, él, ella, usted, which by the way the letter VD represents the usted. Okay, nosotros, nosotras, vosotros, vosotras, ellos, ellas, and again BDS, which means ustedes. Okay, notice that I underlined these two, which is the tú and el. Notice that there are like an accent mark or a tilde on top of the tú and el. This means that this is quite important, especially in Spanish, because for example, let's take a look in with el. Okay, el means with the accent mark means it is a personal pronoun, which means he. Without that, it would mean like el, the article el, or the for masculine. Okay, so nosotros, nosotras, I write nosotras because in Spanish when we talk about a group of a group of feminine, a group of women, we call it like nosotras, but with the nosotros, also a group of men, or to generalize a group of men and women. For example, a group of men and a group of women, if they are mixed together, we use the personal pronoun nosotros. Same is true with vosotros and vosotras. And vosotros, this is mainly used in Spain, the native Spanish speakers in Spain. We have the vosotros and vosotras. So for the vosotros, guys, it means you of a group of people. It is plural. Okay, ellos, ellas, and ustedes. Ellos means they. You're talking the third plural. They. For same is true with same concept with nosotros and vosotras. We have as, as, which is ellos, ellas, and then ustedes. Ustedes, this is a group of people also, but it is mainly used in both Spanish speaking country, which means Latin America and Spain. Ustedes is used in Latin America, and vosotros mainly in Spain. That's the two difference of the formal and informal personal pronoun in Spanish. Let's move to the verbs regular, or regular verbs rather. So there are three groups, which are verbs that ends with AR, verbs that ends with ER and IR. So for the verbs that ends with AR, let's take a look about hablar, to speak, ER, aprender, to learn, and vivir, to live. Okay, notice this one, guys. I underlined this one, which is colored in red. This is the root word of the verb, infinitive verb, or indicative verb hablar, to speak. Okay, this is the root word, and this is the with the ending or the suffix. By the way, when we conjugate regular verbs in each present tense, we take the root word and then we drop the suffix and we change to its depending on the personal pronoun or the subject, or it's whether singular or plural. So let's take a look. So guys, for the word hablo, for the verb hablar, so this is yo, meaning let's change the color of that one. Let's take blue. Okay, so for the yo, in I, you see that this is the suffix now. It is o, yo hablo, vale? Can you as what you see here? Let's take the root word. Let's conjugate it to first person singular, hablo. Okay, hablo. Tú hablas. Tú hablas. You speak. Okay, hablas. And then ella, usted, we have habla. Okay, a, only a. Let's drop the suffix from here. Let's take the root word and change it to a, habla. He speaks, she speaks, it speaks, or formal form, usted habla. We have nosotros, we, or plural form, we. Again, let's it's like repetition. Let's take the root word habl for the hablar, and then we add amos, hablamos, we speak. Vosotros, we add ais, habláis. Okay, for the verb, for the personal pronoun, ellos, they speak, we just add an, hablan. Let's move to, so here is the conjugated form of the verb hablar. So guys, in Spanish, it is even more important to understand the basics or concepts of personal pronouns. Why is that? You might want to ask, or you might be curious why. Well, it is because each verb form changes according to the subject or to the person, or according to whether it is singular or plural. Okay guys, let's move to the verbs ER and IR. So again, the same, it's just the same routine. We take the root word here, aprend, and then the ending of the verb aprender, to learn, here. And then let's just again drop this one when we conjugate them. Same is true with BBR. Notice here that I wrote emos in is with a different color. Let's continue. So for the verbs that ends with ER and IR, the same. Hablo, same with hablo, no? First person singular, which is I, yo aprendo, yo vivo, vale? For the tú, or you, okay, let's write here tú, tú aprendes, tú vives, vale? You learn, you live. So for the L or usted, here we have él aprende, usted vive, ¿vale? He lives, he learns, etc., etc. For the pronoun nosotros, we have, let's put en nosotros. See here, here's the change, or the difference between the conjugated form of aprender and vivir. See here guys, we have hemos for aprender. Okay, and then we have imos with vivir. So these are just the things that we have to take note when we conjugate the verbs that ends with er and ir. They are the same when we conjugate from to, to yo, and then el, but when it comes to the nosotros, they have different conjugations, which are hemos and imos. Same is true with vosotros. We take the root word and then we put, or we add the conjugated of is and is, so it becomes aprendeis, no? And then bibis. Take a look at this. If you notice, again, I wrote this one into different color because these are the things that you have to, take a look or notice when you're conjugating the verbs in Spanish between er and ir. Again, it's the same with ellos, ustedes, no? Ustedes. We have en, same, aprenden, viven. Okay. Again, guys, if you have or if you don't quite understand something, just comment down below. Okay. So guys, this is the part 2, irregular verbs and conjugations. Let's continue. So we have the verbs ser y estar, which means the verb to be in English, the verb tener, which means to have, venir, to come, C-O-M-E, the verb ir, which means to go, and dar, which means to give, and the verb haber, which is an auxiliary verb in Spanish. There is and there are. Also, we can use this as a question format or as an interrogative interrogative sentence, which is there or are there. So these are the conjugations of ser and estar. You might notice that there are again the tilde or accent mark, so you might take a note with that. So in order for us to memorize and understand this quickly or easily and fast is that let's memorize or let's take all the first letters of these, the verb ser, S-E-E, and then S-S-S. Soy, eres, es, somos, soy, son. For the verb estar, we have estoy, estás, está, estamos, estáis, están. Yo soy, yo estoy, tú eres, tú estás, él es, él está, usted es, usted está, nosotros somos, nosotros estamos, vosotros sois, vosotros estáis, y ellos, ellas, ustedes son and están. For the verb tener and venir, right here, guys, you might notice that they have quite the same, conjugated forms. See here, tengo, vengo, tienes, vienes, tiene, viene, which is again, they have a different here, just like, the verb aprender and venir, which they have, different spellings or conjugated forms. Tenemos, venimos, tenéis, venís, tienen, and vienen. So for the verbs ir and dar, for the verb ir to go and dar to give, I've put them together because as you can see in the screen, so as you can notice, guys, I've put this together, these two verbs together, because as you can notice, as you can see in the screen, they have exactly the same, the same conjugations. Yo voy, yo doy, tú vas, tú das, él, usted va, él, usted da, nosotros vamos, nosotros damos, vosotros vais, vosotros dais, y ustedes van and dan. So don't you worry, you all. I've included a link which you can find linked in the description below. First link, by the way. Also, again, if you do have some concerns or questions or things that you don't understand, just comment down below. By the way, guys, for the verb ser and estar, we are going to tackle that by next week or by the upcoming video here in my channel. And if you did like this video, thumbs up this video and please share to your friends. I am down to 8 or I think 9 subscribers by the time this video is uploaded, into reaching that first milestone, which is 100 subs. Alright, you all, if you haven't already, please do subscribe here, and if you do want to learn more about the basics of Spanish, click the video right here. And if you want to learn more, especially in context, watch the video now. See you in the next video. Ciao, hasta luego.